The Street 750 is a new chapter in the book of Harley-Davidson. They have designed a bike which likes to call the cities as home. Now this bike is based on an all-new platform, the first from Harley-Davidson in about 14 years, and even comes with a liquid-cooled Revolution X engine. Now during the design process of the bike, Harley asked young adults from around the cities of the world as to the kind of bike they'd like to own and ride. And the Street 750 is Harley's answer to that.
Classic cruiser-style looks is what the Street 750 is based on. Teardrop-shaped 13-litre fuel tank, a step seat, and a tapering tail section wrapped up in compact dimensions defines the Street's new look. But what is immediately noticeable is the lack of abundant chrome and shiny metal, which is a big attraction that defines the Harley look. Still, my only worry with this new platform is that will it be able to carry forward the Harley experience faithfully? To understand that, let's check out the Street 750 in detail.
The saddle, which is where you'll be spending a lot of your time, is nice and wide and actually quite comfortable to sit on. Fair bit of cushioning here, won't tire you out over those long distance rides. Now the handlebars themselves, well, they're placed at the right distance, but sadly the feet, they don't really feel very comfortable on the foot pegs, because for tall riders like myself, well, these assume a kind of a higher position. But they tell me not to worry because there is a tall boy seat option available, and that should take care of this issue. We get a centrally mounted speedometer unit over here that houses all the warning lights, but sadly we don't get a fuel gauge, which means that the only time that you know that you got to go and fill some gas is when a little gas lung icon just appears on the LCD display over here, and that's the time to head to the pump. Now the switchgear is all very nice and more mainstream and not like your typical Harley. You get the indicator switches on the left hand side as opposed to the left hand side, and on the right hand side you get the engine start and the engine kill switch option.
On the road, the Street 750 feels alive. Acceleration is rapid and most of the torque in the Revolution X V-twin engine is developed low in the rev range, which ensures enough grunt is available at the twist of the throttle. The Street 750 feels comfortable in stop-and-go traffic conditions, and because of its liquid-cooled engine, doesn't really overheat or feel claustrophobic in these crowded conditions. In fact, it relishes these conditions because it is very agile at slow speeds and ever so willing to change directions with a slight tap on the handlebars. Another area where this new Street 750 excels is in the suspension setup. It is soft enough to absorb the nastiest of bumps on the broken roads, yet stiff enough to maintain its composure while changing directions at high speeds. Now let's get one thing clear. It is no corner carving machine for sure, with the lean angle limited to 28.5 degrees, but it does impress with its eagerness to explore the limits and take the bends in its stride. A city bike has to have one essential feature, and that is drivability at low speeds in bumper-to-bumper traffic. The gear ratios are nicely spaced to give the Street 750 a real city slicker character. It's quick off the mark, and yet 40 km/h in the fifth gear is very comfortable. Shifting between the gears themselves is easy and does not require much effort. But it's the travel of the gear shift lever which appears to be a little longer, and it's not the easiest thing to get the bike into neutral. There are a couple of other observations that did not find favor with us. The exposed wiring looms at the neck of the bike, the short stock mirrors which make it almost impossible to see behind, are a couple of sore points that can easily be addressed. The visible rib at the center of the fuel tank is a byproduct of the manufacturing process, and again something that is not desirable in a bike wearing the Harley-Davidson logo.
Does the Street 750 carry forward and faithfully reproduce the Harley experience? Well, no. You see, because this is a new kind of Harley experience. It feels at home in the city, it feels very comfortable in crowded and traffic conditions. It's very agile and easy to navigate between tight spaces. But at the same time, out on the highway, it feels pretty comfortable up to top speeds of about 160, 170 kilometers per hour. But the wind blast will have you slowing down long before the bike does. Now, another very important factor in favor of the Street 750 is its price. For a little over 4.5 lakh rupees, you can get to own this particular machine. Of course, there are options. You can always build upon them, customize this particular bike to your taste and liking. And you also get entry into the HOGS, which is the Harley-Davidson Owners Group. Now, Harleys just don't offer motorcycles. They offer you a lifestyle. They offer you a culture. They offer you a way of living. And that is a big draw for any Harley owner.